Welcome to the Editor's Note Comics Podcast.
Your suffering will be legendary, even in hell.
Central Maine's best comics podcast, by default.
Hi, I'm Jackie. Wanna play?
Here are your hosts, Zach and Jared.
They're here.
Hey everyone, welcome back to the show.
Poor choices are being made.
Oh, you're being real upfront about that. It is our annual we're going to tell you a Halloween story show.
No, I'm just saying the poor choices. I'm here on a holiday weekend.
You are, yeah.
I could be doing other things, but here I am in your basement.
We're doing so many Halloween things. It's Halloween time, baby. This is our Halloween party. Okay, yeah, you rang the bell.
Damn right I rang the bell. There we go.
This is I don't know if we'll do this next year. We probably will find something else, but this is our third year.
What do you mean? Next year we might mature and grow up?
No.
Okay,
Well, the reason...
Thank God.
This started 2 years ago. If you never heard it, we did it with a comic called Everybody's Dead. Everybody's Dead was a 6-issue miniseries.
I felt dead at the end of reading it.
Oh, God, yeah. That was a rough one, and you could listen back to it. Everybody's Dead was a graphic novel. It was written by Brian Lynch. Off the top of my head, I can't remember the artist, so I definitely apologize for that. But it had a rare thing of it had a drinking game built into it.
This is before I was supposed to be like upholding of some sort of standard. That's the word I'm looking
community
for.
standards. Yes.
Thank you.
So we played the Everybody's Dead drinking game. But it turns out Everybody's Dead is part of a trilogy of sorts, but never officially. In tweeting with the writer Brian Lynch online, he confirmed that another series he did, Monster Motors, was eventually going to cross over with Everybody's Dead if they had continued. Up to this point, they haven't. But Monster Motors had 2 series. Last year we did one of them. I created a different drinking game. Jared didn't want to participate because he's like, I have a new job and I need to be a member of the community and no one can hear.
True.
So he was just drinking water while I was pounding drinks, I think is how it went. Was that how it went?
Yes, something along those lines.
So this year, we're in the trilogy of the Everybody's Dead Monster Motor series, and we're not going to play a drinking game this time because, you know, he can't let anyone ever know that he drank anything. So definitely,
no.
Under no circumstances were there any libations ahead of time.
No.
None whatsoever.
None.
Also, he has a safe ride home. Never drink and drive, kids. It's the most selfish
Correct.
thing you can do in the world, and I hate you if you do it.
There you go.
That's true, though. That's
dumb.
Drunk
driving is stupid.
It's the most selfish thing in the world. Don't do that.
Yeah.
But we're not. No libations occurred because he has to uphold a community standard.
Correct.
We're just gonna cheers our...
Water.
Yes. You're not cheersing.
Oh, sorry.
You're looking at your phone, ignoring me.
I'm deciding if I want to do Jared Sports Reports this week or not.
Oh, I wasn't going to. But
Okay,
sure.
then there we go.
Because you can if you want. If you want to throw a thing in there, who cares? This show's all loosey-goosey. It's our loosey-goosey. We're going to tell you a Halloween story show.
Yes.
But that is the history of this episode. This will be the end of our trilogy. But before we do anything, in a non-Halloween topic,
Yeah.
I want to talk El Camino.
Okay, go ahead. Go for it.
You got to at least give me something to play off of.
I am the one who
Are you just
knocks.
you're looking up sports stuff?
Yes.
So I'm just going to do full spoilers here because it's on Netflix. If you haven't seen it, you're probably not going to. You probably don't care.
I am the one who knocks.
But if you haven't seen it and you want to, I will put a time code in the episode description if you want to skip ahead. All right, 3, 2, 1, full spoilers.
I have not watched El Camino.
I loved it.
That's the spoiler.
Oh, man, it was really solid. And everything I could have wanted out of Breaking Bad sequel.
You got?
Yeah, I was thinking about it. I was like, is there anything else that I like? And I'm not saying that I knew what the story was going to be top to bottom, but what it gave me, I'm like, is there a single other thing I would have wanted out of this? And I'm like, no, they really gave me everything.
Did it tie up all the loose ends from Breaking Bad?
It did. That's the nice thing too. So it's called El Camino, a Breaking Bad movie. And the way they labeled it, I'm like, okay, so a Breaking Bad movie. That means there's probably going to be more.
Like a Star Wars story?
Yeah. No, there's not.
Okay.
There's no story left to tell.
Does it mean Jesse's dead?
No, Jesse's alive.
Good for Jesse.
Actually, it ends really peacefully. And something that was nice about this is you actually kind of got to root for the main character.
Okay.
Breaking Bad's amazing, and I love it.
You can't root for the main character in Breaking Bad?
No, not particularly.
You can't root for Walter White?
No.
Okay.
Not after Jane dies. But it was nice to be able to root for a character in this world, because I'm not like, oh man, I hope the meth kingpin gets away with it.
Well, some people like an anti-hero.
I mean, I like the character. I like the slow burn of it. If you ask my wife, it's the term I used 1,000,000 times when watching it.
I was going to make a joke about you, your wife, and a slow burn, but I'm going to let that one go.
I don't even know what that would possibly
I didn't have
be.
time to formulate it in my brain.
Great. So not a joke then.
It would have been a fantastic joke.
But I mean, it gave you everything. There was one moment to me that felt pandering when Jesse goes, "Yeah, bitch," because I get it's his catchphrase. But at the same time, if he didn't say it, I would have felt cheated. So
Okay.
yeah, just so solid. In the first hour, I'm watching it, and because it's like a 2-hour thing, I'm like, the first hour,
You're a 2-hour thing.
I'm watching. I'm going, what are we doing here? But then when it all comes together, I'm like, great, perfect, I get it, love it. He gets to have some revenge on his neo-Nazi captors.
Good for him.
We got a lot of Todd in there. There was a lot of Todd.
Who's Todd?
He was one of the neo-Nazis,
Oh.
but he was kind of the simple bumpkin, but he also shot a kid,
What a dick.
and he tortured Jesse a bunch.
Good. I hope he died.
He did.
Good.
Jesse choked him to death with his handcuffs.
Winning.
Because there were a lot of flashbacks, and of course you get going into this, I'm like, we're going to get one flashback, we're going to get one scene with Walt, and of course we got one scene with Walt.
Aw.
And it was great. It was really great. I really liked it a lot. The first hour is a little, on a first viewing, I was like, where are we going with this? But once it all kind of came together, awesome. Loved the movie. So happy it existed. I really wanted to stay up until midnight to watch it when it came out, but I don't got that kind of energy anymore.
You got that energy tonight, though.
You can put that empty water over there.
Yeah, thank you.
Just that empty water. That goes there.
Well, the first ingredient is water.
I'm sure it is.
This one doesn't have ingredients on it, I guess, but I would think the first ingredient is water.
Well, it's just water, so there are no
Yeah,
ingredients.
exactly.
Nothing at all.
Serving size, 16 ounces. Oh, 12 ounces.
Who the hell knows?
Oh, wow.
All right, but those are my...
That's a lot of calories in this water.
Really got that. Ah, yeah. But compared to other things, not bad.
Yeah, that's fair. Anyway.
But yeah, those are my El Camino thoughts.
Well, I'm glad that you enjoyed it. I know you were looking forward to it.
I really was, and I'm so
I'm
glad
happy for you.
I'm so glad they didn't screw it up. And it's also nice to have closure on it. Like, there's no story left to tell. There's really nothing.
There's nothing left.
And they're doing a little bit in Better Call Saul. Like, in the first scene of every season, they'll go post Breaking Bad with Saul's character. And my guess would be the series finale will be a full episode in the future, but that's obviously, we haven't seen that yet.
Yeah.
But so Saul stuff is still being done piece by piece, but yeah, the story's over. There's nothing left.
Are you not entertained?
I was, and it was strangely peaceful. Like, some stuff blows up, there's some gunfights, but for the most part, it was it's not action heavy at all.
No? Is it like a lot of, was it like a thriller? Was there some intense moments that you had to try and navigate through? Or
There were a couple they were just like, oh!
Those are like jumpy. I'm talking about like where you're just on the edge of your seat.
Yeah, there was definitely tense moments of because the reality is you don't know if this world was going to have a happy ending or not.
I mean, he's a meth dealer, so probably not.
Yeah, I mean, he got one. He got a clean start.
Good for him.
Yeah, it was nice.
So he's in the minority.
Yeah, definitely. And also, strangely, right after this aired, Robert Forster, one of the actors in there, passed away. So this was his last role.
Really?
Yeah, and he looked great in it, and he sounded great. I didn't look into what he passed from. I mean, I know he was older, but yeah, it was kind of surprising. Literally, he is a linchpin of this story, and then the day it came out, or the day after it came out, he passed away.
Wow.
Yeah, crazy.
It's funny how life works sometimes.
Yes.
If you don't pay attention, it can pass you by.
What movie are you taking that from?
Ferris Bueller's Day Off.
Ah, there it is.
Aha!
I gotta take that bell away from you.
You haven't learned yet.
I have to get a soundboard in here.
That'd be even better.
No, I don't want you touching it.
I would have so much fun with it.
All right, so that is El Camino. From there, do you want to talk sports for a minute? You looked like you were looking things up.
No, there wasn't anything really exciting to look up.
You have to be like, my team. Oh, by the way, this is our one explicit show of the year. If you have children, I guess. I don't know. We might say a curse. We might not.
I'm going to try not to say a curse tonight.
I was going to say, my team 6-0, bitches. That's what you could say.
There you go. Good for you.
It's not my team. It's your team.
No, the Patriots are 6-0. Good for them.
Bitches.
I mean, they really haven't played anybody tough.
What do you think they're going to lose a game?
Oh, they'll lose a game.
I know they'll lose a game. When do you think they will?
I don't know. I got to look at the schedule. They might lose to Kansas City, although Kansas City lost this week.
I didn't think they were going to have a clean sweep.
No, they're not. No, sir. No, sir.
Has that ever happened?
Once. The Miami Dolphins went undefeated. The Patriots
Really?
went undefeated to the Super Bowl and lost. They finished 18-1.
I remember that.
Yes, I remember it as well.
I'm sure you have much more vivid memories.
David freaking Tyree catching the ball against the side of his helmet. Also in that game, Wes Welker dropped a couple of key passes, but whatever. Let's see. What else in Jared's sports reports?
I had to play a theme for it.
Taco Fall is coming to Maine.
Damn right.
Yeah, he signed they adjusted his contract to be a 2-way contract, so he'll be playing most of the year in Portland.
Yeah, so that means he can play a maximum of 45 days with the Celtics, or I think it translates to 16 games.
Making him the tallest building in the city of Portland, by the way.
Yeah, I know. We actually got an attraction to the Red Claws.
Wow. Come on, that was a pretty good joke. He's
It
now
was.
the tallest thing in the city of Portland.
Yes, great.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's going to be Taco Tuesday every day.
I'll be interested because that was announced. We're recording on a Sunday. It was announced on a Sunday.
Their tickets aren't on sale yet.
No, I'll be interested to see the spike in season ticket sales.
Yeah, that'll be fun. I'll be
People love Taco Fall.
I know. I'll be glad to go see him play. Be glad to see a man be able to dunk while standing still. Isn't that insane? Someone just has the arm span to do a thing we can't do while jumping as high as we can.
Yeah, he can jump up, snap the rim, and hold the rim down while being flat-footed on the floor.
Insanity.
What a man.
7'5", baby, according to the new NBA.
Taller than me.
But from there, I guess we'll talk about the thing that we're mostly here to talk about. Hang on, water break. Ooh. The Everybody's Dead Monster Motors trilogy concludes. For now. It could go on.
It's possible.
I kind of hope it does. I like both of these books, and I kind of want them to cross over and do more stuff because they're just silly and fun, and I can enjoy silly and fun.
I like silly. I like fun.
In Curse of Minivan Helsing, Part 1. If you haven't heard the story up until this point, a quick recap, if you will.
Please,
I should make you
forgot.
do it.
No freaking clue. There were some cars that came to life. There was there was a frat party. There was a fraternity party. It started off, and it was like the end of the world, and all these people like kind of woke up the next morning, and they all tried to survive. There was a lot of people and drinking, and
There was, and Everybody's Dead. It was referred to, they're the last people on Earth. Who should be the last people on Earth? Starred a young man named Westerberg. Maybe he had a love story with a girl named Aurora. Maybe there was a comet that hit the Earth. I think it was a comet that turned everyone into zombies except the people that were in their frat house, their New Jersey frat house. And it is, as a New Jersey college student at the time when this came out, I was like, yeah. Not in a frat, though, because, boy, that's not my scene.
fraternity.
It was,
Call it a fraternity.
there with that country thing.
Yeah, I was going to, but I'm not going to.
Oh, yeah, that was crass.
That's why I'm going to try and take advantage of being the mature one tonight.
Yeah, good luck.
Yeah.
But yeah, so outside of that frat, I'll call it a frat, there were flesh-eating zombies. Westerberger and the power of love maybe overcame it, and then
That's the power of love.
And then maybe they were going to go out on the New Jersey Turnpike, which was strangely deserted.
Wow. I drove on the Garden State Parkway a few weeks ago. Well, actually, like 2 months ago.
I mean, depending on the time of day, it is not pleasant. Said it before, I'll say it again. Driving New Jersey, it's like, you just gotta go with the flow. Like, don't stop, never stop, keep going.
I also I drove across the Tappan Zee Bridge.
Not the Tappan Zee. Tappan Zee is dead.
That's right. It's the Governor Como Bridge now.
I can't remember if that's right or not.
That is absolutely right.
Okay,
it's correct. Sure. I know, because I drove across it.
Well,
I
said
I got the bill in the mail from the city of the state of New Jersey.
You didn't drive across the tap. The tap's gone.
The tap has been destroyed, yes. But if you look off to your south, you can see the city of New York.
Yep.
It's the city
it's kind of always how it's been.
City so nice they named it twice.
But that ended Everybody's
It makes
dead.
me an expert in all things New Jersey. I've been in New Jersey more recently than you have.
I'm going back.
Why is the emblem of New Jersey a postage stamp?
I don't know.
But you know what I'm talking about, right?
Why is Massachusetts a turkey?
Thanksgiving, pilgrims. It's actually the pilgrim hat.
Yeah, that would make sense.
Oh my God, you are a dumbass.
And then in the sequel series, Monster Motors, we're introduced to Vic Frankenstein.
Yes, we are.
He moves to Transylvania with his sentient robot Igor, and he builds a truck, the Frankenride.
Yes, to fight
Cadillacula.
I was about to say that, but you took the words out of my mouth.
I think you forgot them.
I knew it had something to do with Dracula.
In a Cadillac.
Vroom.
Basically, he's a flying vampire car that if he bites you, you turn into a vampire.
Well, that sucks.
If you're a car, yeah.
Yeah.
With the help of April Van Helsing and a number of other vehicles, Vic Frankenstein is victorious, Monster Motors, written by Brian Lynch, art by Nick Roche. Hope I pronounced that right. I'm so bad with name pronunciation.
Yeah. I think
What
you're...
do you think it is?
Yeah, Roche.
All right,
That's
Roche it is.
Yeah.
And then, as is tradition on our annual Not a Drinking Game episode. Ugh,
Are you out of water?
I might need to pause to get more
Oh,
water.
okay. Yeah, okay.
How you doing?
I'm fine.
Well, then hurry up. If we're going to pause it, we got to pause it for both of us.
No, I'm more than okay.
Yeah, sure. Our story begins. Sit back, kids. Long ago.
In a snowy place. There's snow and a glacier and ice. I'm not wrong.
We see the demon hunter Van Helsing.
Yes, we do.
You know what's unclear about this?
What?
Is they make a ton. I mean, the fun of like Everybody's Dead in this is there's a ton of old movie monster references, mostly the old Universal stuff. But does the old Universal stuff exist in this world?
I don't know. I know that the first two panels, the man is standing in a blizzard of yellow snow.
I'm inclined to say no. That's just sepia tone. It's not piss.
The snow is yellow, Zach.
Jesus Christ. But Van Helsing is fighting some kind of abominable snowman.
Good for him.
And, you know, he wins because he's Van Helsing. Sometimes he's played by the guy that was
The hunk Hugh
in
Jackman.
Dracula. Oh, yeah, you went with a more recent one.
Yes, I did. A more accessible one.
What else was in? He was in other Universal movies. Was he in? Crap. He was in Frankenstein, I think, too, aside from Dracula being Van Helsing. Whatever. Sorry, guys.
Yeah.
But then we cut to the future, and we're no longer in sepia tone. We see an elderly Van Helsing fighting the abominable snowmobile now that the monsters, they've gone metal.
Yes! Metal! Yeah!
Oh, God.
Yeah, well, metal.
And he decides the only way to fight the demons is to become a demon himself.
That doesn't hurt.
So his daughter April is like, hey, maybe you shouldn't curse yourself because it's called a curse.
It's not user friendly, I believe is what she said.
So he's like, no, I got this. So he curses himself to be turned into this big ass fighting tank. It's got a minigun, maybe a flamethrower,
I love a flamethrower.
big ass teeth.
Of course.
But that's where his soul will go. But instead it goes into a minivan.
Hey, it actually kind of looks like a PT Cruiser.
It's a minivan because he's Minivan Helsing.
But
It's
I know.
literally the title.
Yeah, but it looks like a PT Cruiser, okay, first of all. Second of all, it has wooden doors, wood side. It's a Woody.
So it's an 80s van.
All right.
The 80s when everything was wood paneling.
The Caravan.
What caravan?
Dodge Caravan.
Do they have wood?
They had like faux wood paneling on the side.
Great. Super duper.
Yes.
Cut to years later.
Yes, we have cut there.
Gonna cut you off.
No.
No, it's gone. It's gone. The bell is gone.
You son of a bitch.
You don't get the bell anymore.
That's terrible. Son of a gun.
Years later, we cut to our last time we did this in October.
That was a whole year ago.
We're left with Vic Frankenstein, as he refers to himself. Genius, lover, heartthrob. These are just a few of the things I assume people call me when I'm not there.
That's what they all say about me.
I was going to say, he lies to himself as much as you do.
Wow. Go on.
But tonight, he is being called something else.
Criminal.
I'm so glad if I point to the page, you can,
I can
sound
read.
out the words.
I'm capable of reading.
And April Van Helsing is like, hey, you dickhead.
She doesn't say that in the book.
She's like, you made a monster motor. There are so many of those. How about you don't make any more?
Yeah, we don't need none of
Yeah,
that.
suck.
Wow.
Let me introduce you to my allies. Wheelwolf.
Ow!
He's a werewolf who's on wheels.
Yes, that's why I howled.
And Lagoon Buggy.
Blurp, 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 blurp.
He's a dune buggy, but he goes in the lagoon because he's the creature from the Black Lagoon.
Yes, I get it.
Those movies are all solid. There are 3 of them. Check them out.
Okay, I will. Not probably.
Actually, so are we're talking Universal monster movies. So are the Wolfman flicks. I like every single one of those.
The Wolfman is pretty cool.
If we're talking Dracula, just do the first. The rest are crap. Frankenstein, at least the first 3 are really solid. Ghost of Frankenstein's pretty good. Yeah, I don't know. At least the first 3.
Yeah.
You say yeah like you know.
I don't know.
You're like, I watched. You actually have seen a couple of them.
I have.
Over
but-
here.
Yes, exactly.
You've only seen whatever ones I was just like, this is an hour. We're going to watch this for an hour.
Oh, okay. Sure thing. Go ahead.
But April Van Helsing goes up to Vic Frankenstein. He's like, I'm the hero. She's like, Bitch, you ain't.
Wow.
True story. And he's confused when she refers to the Minivan Helsing as Dad. Either she's insane or I don't want to know what that van did.
Both.
What are you doing on your phone?
I'm just getting caught up on the news of the day as well.
You're here for this.
I'm here for both. Listen, we don't have to go through this beat for beat for beat for beat.
That's the point. It's the storytelling.
We have 2 whole books to get through and a movie. Am I wrong?
We got things to do.
Exactly. So, yeah.
Look, they think he's a criminal, and then Frankenride, his gigantic truck, he's like, nah, bitch.
I'm here to kill the...
I'm a big ass truck, and you're a dune buggy.
But
But Minivan Helsing shoots a bunch of missiles at him, and a holy hand grenade.
yes.
Hilarious.
Because he had his armament.
Monty Python style.
I think he had 3 holy hand grenades. Am I wrong? It says it right there. His armament. Does it say 3?
It just says number 3, holy melee bomb. Not copy. You can't sue over that. There's no infringement there.
But I got the number 3 right, so at least I paid attention.
Thank God.
Thank you.
Look, they fight for a bit.
They fight for a bit, and then they decide, wait a minute, time out. We shouldn't be fighting because there's electricity happening in the air. And Vic Frankenstein, well, he's made a boo-boo.
Also, Wheelwolf has a power dampener. They turn it back on because he's going nuts.
Well, who doesn't love a good wheel wolf?
Yeah, lightning in the air. And the contraption he used to create
Frankenride
comes to life. And it looks like the big magnet from a Brave Little Toaster.
That's because it is a big magnet.
From the Brave Little Toaster. That was a scary scene, though.
That's fair.
They crush things into cubes.
The toaster was brave, though.
I never saw the one where he went to Mars.
He was very brave. Out of this world brave, in
Did you
fact.
see that? I never saw that.
No, I did not see that.
That first one, damn classic.
Yes. I like that better than the Iron Giant.
The Iron Giant's Maine, though.
I know, but...
Keep it local.
Okay, fine.
You literally have a hat that says local.
That's fair. I guess I have to like the Iron Giant better. You got me.
And lightning rods that created Frankenride come up, and then bam, more lightning strikes, and more cars are infected. And what are they called?
Oh, no.
Yeah, you're right.
Zombies.
Zombies.
I got it right.
Zombies
Yay.
rise from the grave. Other cars and electronics, including a helicopter that goes
Into a
upside
spider.
down, so it looks like a big ass spider. The blades are legs. It has a big chomp.
And it makes a noise like this. Gah! Is that not the noise it made?
It is roughly the noise it made.
It's a gross approximation of the noise.
Then Minivan Helsing, he's a minivan. He's a Van Helsing. He
Yes.
comes in shooting missiles.
And they get surrounded. And unfortunately, for Minivan Helsing, he gets bit.
And hang on, kids. We need to take a quick water break. Going upstairs.
You go upstairs. I've got a full one right here. Attaboy. Oh, no.
You've been iced. It's like water, but ice. Wait, whatever.
There's a hint of blue on the beverage container, yes.
Chapter 2 begins. They're surrounded. April, Victor, Igor, the other cars that are on their side.
Yes.
A big old battle ensues. They have to rush inside. Igor, the sentient robot, shoots a lamp.
Good for him.
Also, like the Brave Little Toaster, there was a lamp.
See? There are connections. There are parallels.
Wasn't there a lamp?
Excuse me. Yes, there was.
Pretty
Or
sure there
no, was it a vacuum?
There's a Kirby vacuum, yeah.
Yeah.
There was a lamp. There was an electric blanket. There was a radio. There was a lamp.
Yeah, there was a lamp. Carry on.
All right, great. Shoots a lamp.
Chop, chop.
And as you mentioned, Minnie Van Helsing is bitten by a zombie. But Victor comes in and cuts out all of the infected car tissue
Yes. Well, the whole time,
with a
like,
chainsaw, Evil Dead 2 style.
yeah, wanting to know, like, what's going on. Like, why is April Van Helsing calling this car Dad? And then he cuts part of the car off, and he's like, oh, wait, don't worry. He's totally helped me out. He's cut off the infection. The rust is gone. People who own cars in Maine would know all about having rust problems. Although I would not recommend taking a chainsaw to your vehicle.
No, I wouldn't either. So they take Lagoon Buggy to ward off all of the zombies. They dive into the lake, where they all follow, and he sings a version of Queen's Flash Gordon.
Flash! Ah!
Ah, that was worse than I thought it would be. What? How did you take the bell back?
You left.
Son of a bitch.
Winning.
Okay, Charlie.
Whatever. Carry on.
All the evil zombies are trapped in the lake, in Minivan Helsing uses one of his many powers, a freeze ray, where they throw out some quick puns, Mr. Freeze style. Hey, zombies, is it cold in here or is it you? Ice to see you. Have you met my friend, first name Freeze, last name Ray?
Those were not very good. Clever, kind of fun.
But they've defeated the zombies, and, well, now it's time for April and her father, Minivan Helsing, to leave, and then a ghost train explodes out of nowhere.
Yes. Well, where did you come from, ghost train?
And I love that they're wrapping everything up, and Vic inside his own head, he's like, oh, they're just trying to get me to go along with them.
Yes.
And then just so many times, and then the ghost train shows up, he's like, hey, I'm in. She's like, and April goes like, what the hell are you talking about? What are you in for? Because they, of course, do not want his help, as he has created a terrible situation.
Yeah, he's not really done a good job for anybody. No favors were done.
But then we see
the little moped.
Yeah.
Pop, 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 pop.
Who's still a zombie, and Cadillacula and Mr. Hybrid.
Yes,
I like that one. Yes, like
Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde.
Or in the first Sound movie, Dr. Jekyll.
Really?
Yes.
Dr. Jekyll.
Yes, it's a great one. I love that movie. Wonderful effects in that. Great performances. And that's the end, except there's an epilogue where the invisible sedan, instead of the invisible man,
Yeah, I get it.
goes and finds a witchcraft carrier that's under the sea.
Yes.
Sebastian style.
Under the sea, under the sea. That's it. That's all I'm going to sing for you.
I hate that you kept singing. Great.
Go ahead, take it away.
You deserve it.
All right, fine.
You deserve it to be removed.
Okay. I'll let you have it.
And that's the end. There's a witchcraft carrier, and there's a ghost train.
Yes.
Cadillacula is going to drop off a moped of zombies. You stop taking bells. Where did you even take that out of? Overall, yeah, great. Be proud of yourself.
I am.
This trilogy of horror, mostly silliness.
Yeah, silly, lots of puns.
Lots of references to the old stuff. I can't help but like it. It's fun. It's just fun. If we're ranking these, I think Everybody's Dead was the peak.
Yes, that was better. I liked Everybody's Dead.
I like Monster Motors too, but I think Everybody's Dead. I don't know. I think they had a leg up on the other ones. On the other hand, I do wish they had actually crossed over. Like we have,
like they just like the people from Everybody's Dead drive up, because in the end, isn't like Westerman and them driving away in a car?
Westerberg, yes.
Westerberg, whatever. That guy. He's driving away. They were driving away in a car.
But I do wish these characters had crossed over. I mean, Vic Frankenstein is a savant in his insane mechanical skills, but also he has the same level of social ineptness. He's inept.
Ineptness, yes. That's the word you're looking for.
As Westerberg had. And that would have been a fun crossover. I mean, if you want to find these...
Because they're both like trying to be the alpha male. That would have been a fun kind of conflict between Westerman and...
Westerberg.
Whatever.
If you want to find these, the single issues, really, they're not going to run you up much, but you can find both of them in graphic novel form. And especially if you want to have the stupid, silly fun of the Everybody's Dead drinking game. Did I ever tell you that someone confirmed that they actually did that with a group of friends?
Did they really?
They sat down, listened to our show, and drank along to it.
Good for
Did
them.
I ever tell you that?
Cheers.
There's at least one person or at least one group of friends that did that.
That's at least one group of friends that listens to the show.
Thanks, guys.
We appreciate you.
We did that in tandem. Just drank that water.
Yes. Hydration is key.
But yeah, so I'm kind of sad that trilogy's done. It took us we've been doing the show for a while now. We've been doing this for at least 3 years, for 3 Halloweens.
That's like 150 some odd weeks of my life I've wasted. We're
up to like 180 something episodes.
That's 180 days of my life that I've wasted.
I'm glad 1 hour of your life translates to a whole day.
180.
Like it's the only thing I did that day.
180 hours. I'm approaching 35, man. You know what? I'm getting to the top of the hill. There at some point here in the next couple of years, there are fewer days ahead than there are behind.
Wait, hang on, and single as the episode count is long.
I deserve a bell back for that.
I'll give you a bell for that. Ding ding.
No. I get to have the bell back over here with me. You jerk. You fat pompous ass. Yeah.
Okay. All right. So, yeah, that's Monster Motors. I think it's worth reading. It's a lot of fun. I hope there are more of them in the future.
I don't.
I know you
can't
weren't
keep doing this.
I know you weren't quite into the puns as I was, but
I mean, I like a good pun, but this is just,
all the puns.
a little too campy for me.
I enjoyed it quite a
A
bit.
little too out there for me, but that's just me.
I know the writer Brian Lynch will usually bring this up around this season of the year, but apparently Everybody's Dead back in the day was originally optioned for a movie
Really?
that he was going to direct, and then it just, as so many things, it just didn't happen.
That's sad.
Yeah, it's a bummer, but I know there's more potential scripts out there, and I mean, he has a good relationship with IDW who put this out originally, so I hope to see more of it.
One can only hope.
It also came out the same day as Lock and Key.
Really?
Yeah, which, I mean, if you're talking like kind of out there horror stuff, that one kind of blew up in a big way. But
Didn't we read Lock and Key?
Yeah, we did. That's
That's-
good. Joe
That's
Hill
why
from Maine.
That's why it rang a bell.
I don't know. I want to see more of this. I hope more people find their way to it. So this is our kind of carrion call. Like, go find Everybody's Dead. Go find Monster Motors.
Yes.
All right, so that's that for that. And just for the hay of it.
Because we were supposed to, and we did it, and
okay.
then the episode deleted.
Well, hang on.
I'm listening.
I forgot to do this for El Camino. We can do it all for now.
Okay.
We did have a now infamous lost episode, but stop, damn it. You got the bell again. We're rating things this month on their Halloweeniness.
Oh, okay, yes. Like on the jack-o'-lantern scale. I said jack-o'-lanterns. You said Halloweens.
Halloweeniness.
I'd say jack-o'-lanterns.
So on a scale of 1 to 10 Halloweeniness, El Camino gets a solid 0.
What?
It has nothing to do with Halloween.
Oh,
It's
I
not
guess
very
that's fair.
scary.
Yeah, okay.
Some things blow up. I mean,
So you have to lay out the subjectiveness of the scale. Like, what are we measuring? How Halloween it is, or just like, are we switching?
How
are we
Halloween it is.
Will you let me finish?
I think I said what I needed to say.
No, I need to clarify. Or is it because it's Halloween? Are we switching the scale from what we normally do to just like a Halloween themed scale?
How Halloween is it? How
Okay,
on
so
the scale? How much do you want to check this out on Halloween? I'm giving El Camino a 0, or maybe a 1, because he does have some stuff with people associated with neo-Nazis. So it gets a 1 Halloween out of all the Halloweens.
But if in general, what would you give it?
Excellent.
Thank you. There you go.
Absolutely watch it.
So you have to
Halloweeniness.
further clarify the scale.
So Halloweeniness, Monster Motors, The Curse of Minivan Helsing. How many Halloweens am I going to give that for how Halloweeny it is?
How much?
I will give it, on a scale of Halloweeniness, a 7. Because it makes a lot of references to other spooky stuff of the time. It's definitely, this is the time of year to read it, but it doesn't go higher than a 7 because it in itself is not actually spooky.
I'd give it like a 6.5 or a 7.
Again, this is not graded on
There's
quality.
a lot of Halloween references, a lot of horror references.
This is based purely on its Halloweeniness. This is not a quality scale, it's a Halloweeny scale.
Okay.
So I'm giving Monster Motors, The Curse of Minivan Helsing, a 7 on the Halloweeniness scale.
Give it a 6.5.
All right. From there, just because, hey, we got the time, we'll split it up a little bit. Jared saw a movie he's never seen before.
Did I?
He just saw one.
Oh, that's right, I did.
We just watched Evil
You're
Dead 2.
right. Have Evil Dead 2.
You've never seen Evil Dead 2.
That's correct. I had not seen it.
We don't got to do a full thing on this. Just what are your thoughts on Evil Dead 2?
So campy. Great B movie.
It's so fun.
It's
They're
very
just
out there.
Hoses of blood.
Yeah.
Hoses.
It defines the splatter genre.
Things go nuts. Bruce Campbell.
He's great in this. He does.
I mean, he becomes a much better actor later in life, but he's fun still.
He carries the movie, though.
His physical work is nuts.
Yes.
He puts himself through hell. He throws himself through everything. Like, you just got to imagine the real life bruises and scrapes he got on this. Got to be just through the
Well,
roof.
I mean, the man cut his hand off with a chainsaw.
That wasn't real.
Oh, it wasn't? Oh, my bad. But there are like buckets of blood in this movie, and I wouldn't call it's not scary, it's not spooky, it's just
fun.
it's
fun.
weird.
This is a fun,
bizarre.
This is one to watch with people.
That's what I did.
But isn't that the best way to watch this kind of movie, where it's just so...
Unless you're like terrifying yourself to death and you can't do anything because you're frozen with terror because you're on your own.
And we made a fun water drinking game out of it.
Oh my lord, yes we did.
Every time something ridiculous happens, take a sip of water. In Evil Dead 2.
Yes.
Evil Dead 2.
Evil Dead 2.
Something ridiculous happens often.
Yes, more often than not.
Some of us are drinking harder water than others.
That's your choice. I was smarter than you.
Ah, the pipes that water was coming from. Hard water.
It looked like the water from Dante's Peak.
I love this whole franchise overall. I mean, Evil Dead 2. Is it a sequel? Is it a reboot? Yes.
Army of Darkness.
Army of Darkness is so fun too. Originally, they wanted to call it Medieval Dead.
That would have made more sense. That would have been funner.
That's a great title.
Say hello to my boomstick.
And then the TV show Ash, let's say it right. Ash versus Evil Dead, which is a lot of fun. Went for 3 seasons. People say it ends on like a cliffhanger. I say it ends kind of exactly perfectly.
Yeah.
I really like it. It definitely goes further than the movies do. I think kind of the pinnacle of like it just got wacky insane is when Deadites appeared inside of a sperm bank and were using samples as projectiles. You'll either find it hilarious or disgusting. Stop making that face. Apparently you're on the disgusted side.
Yes.
I thought it was hilarious.
You would.
Just chucking them.
Oh my God, you can't say that.
They did it. It's on film.
I'm trying to maintain composure over here.
While you're drinking your water. But yeah, I mean, the Evil Dead series is great. If you're gonna watch,
totally worth watching.
If you're gonna watch any of it, though, Evil Dead 2 is the way to go. That's kind of the pinnacle of everything.
Yes, agreed.
And from there, one last story, but not full because it's been a couple of weeks.
Okay.
We are talking in our infamous Lost episode, if anyone cares. I'm sure someone cares.
I care, because I spent a whole hour of my life down here recording that goddamn show.
Batman Haunted Night Part 1. Written by Jeff Loeb, art by Tim Sale. Jeff Loeb, of course, has done a ton of work for Marvel and DC. If you only know him from the movies, you might know him as the writer of Commando.
Not to be confused with Lisa Loeb, who sang the song Stay. You stay.
It's very different.
I only hear what I want to.
Super duper.
It's a great song.
But yeah, so Jeff Loeb...
Did you hear the Newfound Glory cover of it?
I don't think so.
It's really good. I think you'd enjoy that album, from the screen to your stereo.
I saw them in concert when I was in high school.
Wow.
Well, that's like when they would have been popular. They came to Augusta, I think.
That doesn't make them that popular if they're coming to Augusta.
I think they're at the Civic Center, if memory serves.
I mean, well, I guess Elvis came to the Civic Center, so.
Did he?
There's a huge plaque at the Civic Center that talks about Elvis's
I'm sorry, I haven't looked at every plaque.
It's the only plaque in the Civic Center.
I haven't noticed. I haven't been there in a while.
Yeah, it was his only main performance was at the Augusta Civic Center.
Cool.
Yeah, now you know something. I win.
I learned a thing. Get that. What did you take? You only took one back.
I took one.
But yeah, Haunted Night for me, and I think probably a lot of people, at least this first one, while it is still very good, is not the pinnacle of the Jeff Loeb, Tim Sale collaboration. They also did stuff over at Marvel. I'm thinking mostly of Spider-Man Blue or Daredevil Yellow, Captain America White.
What? Why are these colors are getting involved?
I don't know.
Is it a Pokemon game?
That's what they. Yeah, yes, that's what it was. The
Okay.
Jeff Loeb Pokemon game.
Okay, got it. Thank you.
But over at DC, their Batman stuff, they are two of my favorite Batman collaborators. I love them a lot. And even if you haven't read the work, you've seen the influence, I guarantee. There's a ton, not out of this first volume necessarily, but the second volume and stuff continue later on, The Long Halloween. If you've seen Christopher Nolan's trilogy, you've seen a lot of stuff from Jeff Loeb and Tim Sale.
Everything burns.
Yes, I think that's in there. But yeah, I mean, there's lines of dialogue taken out of there. There's plot points taken out of there.
It's not about money. It's about sending a message.
Better Joker than that last movie.
Wow.
I think I made my feelings pretty
Where
clear.
is Harvey Dent?
I think I made my feelings pretty clear on how I felt about the
Heath
Joker
Ledger probably
movie.
is the best Joker.
Best performance.
Best performance of the Joker. Poor choice of words.
I still think Cesar Romero makes more sense for the time.
Yeah, but like who was most believable as like a criminal sociopath mastermind?
And in the 60s, it really didn't matter. Not right then.
Okay, fair enough.
This is a big ass.
It's just hard to compare them when you really think about it, because Jack Nicholson as the Joker is awesome too. That's a great Joker.
There have been 5 of them now. Cinematically, I would say 3 out of 5 have been good.
Okay, so you're gonna say that Leto and Phoenix are bad?
Phoenix isn't even bad. He's just not the Joker.
They It's ambiguous. Who says that he actually becomes the Joker?
When they all stand around in a big circle, getting real excited and just looking them up like a bunch of voyeurs, little cucks they are.
Anyway, carry on.
Where were we? Okay. Haunted Night. What happens in Haunted Night?
The Scarecrow's there.
The Scarecrow is there. There's a voiceover about what happens in different cities on Halloween.
Yeah, like L.A., they shoot guns in the air.
Maybe don't do that. Falling bullets will kill people.
Yeah.
Don't blow that off. That's a thing.
I don't own a gun, nor do I shoot one in the air.
Don't shoot it in the air. Don't be like the rich Texan from The Simpsons.
The only time I shoot a gun is I've shot guns at targets before.
That's fine. That's not in the air.
Technically, the air is everywhere, so you're shooting it through the
You're
air.
a son of a bitch and you know it.
Oh, wait. Can you hear that? Hold on. I'll bring it here.
No one needed it that close.
Anyway, carry on.
But the Scarecrow comes in on Halloween night, which makes it, on a scale of Halloweeniness,
A 10.
at least a 9.
A 10!
Because it's all Halloween.
It's a 9.5. 9.5. Hell, 9.3.
Batman gets poisoned with Scarecrow's toxic... Stop showing me the shocker. Yeah,
I'm not doing that at all. You can't prove it.
Batman is poisoned by Scarecrow's toxin, and then he meets a woman, Jillian. And is she too perfect for him? I don't know. She keeps sneaking
She's
into
a
his bedroom.
money digger.
She is absolutely all about that cash.
All about the bling. All about the Benjamins, baby.
At this point, I don't think I particularly want to spoil this one. It involves Halloween. It involves the Scarecrow. It involves one of so many Batman stories of Batman going, can I find love? Or can I just be the Batman? And a bunch of technology that doesn't make sense for the
What about love?
mid-90s.
Was that Heart?
I don't remember. It's a terrible song.
I gotta look it up. It's not a terrible song. It's a great song.
God, it's real crap.
You shut your damn mouth, you heathen.
But it's Batman, it's the Scarecrow. It's the beginning of the wonderful relationship of Jeff Loeb and Tim Sale. And I mean, really, their whole run is connected. If you can read the Haunted Night stuff, if you can
It is Heart. I was right.
read Long Halloween, read Dark Victory, read the Catwoman
I've
series.
been lonely. I've been waiting for you.
You're so tone deaf.
That's because I don't have the backing vocals.
You're making everyone else deaf with your toneness.
Don't make me get the bell out.
I don't know. What are your thoughts on Haunted Night Volume 1? Because we're all going to do Haunted Night Volume 2 next year.
I enjoyed it. I thought it was better than Monster Motors Part 2, but that's just me. I like a good Batman story. It just kind of reiterates Batman probably isn't supposed to have love, and it's kind of an interesting little weave in and out. I like how
What are Batman's fears?
commitment. Oh, wait. Batman's fears, not my fears. Sorry.
Oh, they need to have someone to commit to. Hang on. Let me just get one of these out.
You son of a bitch. Shove that bottle of water up your ass. I did like the Scarecrow, like I said a couple weeks
Claws
ago.
out, Catwoman style.
Oh, I could have gotten White Claws tonight, but I got water.
It's a weird threat you gave me. Like, I was going to make you drink one. I'm like, I don't know what it is.
Well, you know what? There are no laws when you're drinking claws.
As the Maine Police Department tweeted out.
The Maine Police Department? What do you mean,
Wasn't it?
Portland?
Was it Maine?
It was Portland,
Whatever.
Maine's Police Department, yeah.
I don't remember.
Get yourself together here, sir.
I'm fine.
You're okay.
I'm in my house.
That's fair.
I live here.
Your wife has to drive me home tonight.
I know.
Why are you cackling at this?
That was always the plan.
Oh,
That was the plan.
do I look like a guy who has a plan?
Yeah, I've gone on that rant before.
What?
No, I'm not doing it again.
Please do. I don't think you've done it on the show.
It doesn't make sense. Yes, of course he has to have a plan. You can't just... Because otherwise he just lives in a world of coincidence. You can't go, well, Jim Gordon will fake his death, and then when I'm bombing a thing, he'll come back out, and Batman won't shoot me down, and then I'll end up in the exact prison cell with the guy who filled himself with a bomb, and when it goes off, I'm the only guy still standing. And then I also have set up bombs inside of multiple ships and an entire hospital that no one noticed. Yes, of course he has a plan. He has to have the most intricate plan, or all of this shit falls down immediately.
But he also says he's an agent of chaos.
Yeah, I mean, if they just threw
And
it...
you know what chaos is?
Literally...
It's fair.
One line would have saved that movie for me if they're just like, oh my god, like he
You
is.
don't like that movie?
I do like the movie. I think it's very well made, but I think I could love the movie if they just literally threw in one line about like he's full of shit and he is the most prepared person in the world.
Oh, of course he is.
They don't say that. They tell you the opposite multiple times. So if they just had one line, it would do a lot for me in that movie.
And what line would that be?
I just said it. Like he couldn't be more prepared.
Of course he's prepared, but he says those things. Like when he talks about getting his scars, he's like drawing on the deeper fears of those people because it's a different story every time as to how he got his scars.
I just needed one. I needed one small piece to really make the movie connect for me.
Oh,
it is an excellent movie. Let's I'm not mince the words about that. But
is it the best Batman movie?
I really like Mask of the Phantasm, although it has serious pacing issues. But I can buy more into that one.
Mask of the Phantasm?
Yeah. The pacing in it is not great. I mean, as I say that's the best Batman movie, but I'm going to call it its flaws. Its pacing is not good.
Would you say that Dark Knight is the second best Batman movie?
I really do have a soft spot for the 66 one. Again, in context of the time.
Okay.
If I were looking at through it just like, if you're saying modernized, I would say that, Dark Knight's the second best.
Okay. Thank you. That's all I wanted. I want you to answer a question.
But I really do enjoy the 66 movie. It's a lot of fun.
Okay. That's all I need to know.
Yeah, Haunted Night. I guess read Haunted Night.
There you go.
That's
yes.
where we're at. On a scale of Halloweeniness, we already gave it a 9.
Yes.
Because it's literally on Halloween.
It takes place on Halloween.
If you want to and also read parts 2 and 3. We'll cover them in future episodes because they're just there and it's easy to do because I own this.
All right. Yeah.
It's so much easier when I just already own it.
Book.
It is. This big ass omnibus.
Yes. Is that it?
I think that's it.
No letters to the editor this week?
No, this is just the storytelling one.
Wait. You know what that bell means?
That your order's ready?
No, it's time to talk about Patreon. If you enjoy the show, this is a weird one to jump onto, but I encourage you to listen to other shows.
I don't care. This is
like other episodes of this show.
It's a one-a-year one.
Yeah, it is what it is.
Let me indulge.
You always indulge.
I'm indulging right now.
Yeah,
with this water.
Without a boy. If you enjoyed the show, if you enjoyed our show in general, please go to patreon.com/editorsnotecomics. $1 a month gets you this show a whole day early. Lucky you, especially when Zach doesn't accidentally delete it.
It's not what happened.
Whatever. Plus, you get spoiler and spoiler-free reviews, Patreon exclusive of Angel, Buffy, and Firefly. Plus, you can visit Zach, 210 Water Street in Hollowell, and online, editorsnotecomics.com, Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter.
And you're on Twitter to mostly just live tweet a Patriots game.
Yeah, but I'm not going to get my Twitter out this week because I'm embarrassed by my performance on this show. I'm at Junior Rich.
They're going to say that because we have a bye week.
No, it's not a bye week. They put it on
I don't
Thursday.
know. I don't know what the Patriots schedule is. I'm not paying attention.
Get your shit together.
I'm paying attention to the Packers schedule.
I'm going on the 22nd to the Patriots-Bills game.
Oh, no. You bringing a dildo?
No, because it's going to be in New England. And I'm not bringing you, so no.
You can still chuck a dildo.
You're too heavy to throw. All right. Well, that's it for this week's show, and we'll see you next week.
Next week, we are back. It is going to be more Halloween horror-themed. I don't remember what it is. I probably got to get you a graphic novel to read.
Ghosts, Goblins, and Ghouls.
And we'll be back next week. Please join us for more Halloweeniness on a more conventional show. Go read Monster Motors. Go read Everybody's Dead. Check out Haunted Night. Check out Evil Dead 2. El Camino is great. This is a show about things that are great. Please enjoy them.
Stay cool, Space Cats.
Still snuck it in, didn't you?
Yeah.